Hello everybody, welcome to the streets of Burlington. We are going to cover proper tree planting today. First consideration is tree selection and site evaluation. So before you plant any tree, you're going to want to locate a site and consider sort of limitations that it has. Consider the amount of sunlight it receives, the soil type, and the amount of obstructions around. Here we have a site that is very open with no above ground utilities and very few below ground obstructions. So we have good soil, it's pretty variable in the screen belts. So we generally pick a tree that is very adaptable and tolerant of salt, and a tree that will grow such a way that can lift the canopy stock. So if you have a container stock, you're going to run into some of the issues that we have here that you're going to want to alleviate first. So we have dug a hole, the proper depth for our tree, and removed all the sod. One of the most important parts of tree planting is to locate the root flare on your tree. We have ripped this bag off and exposed this. You're going to want to look for an area on the trunk here. You'll see larger roots, big flare roots, first order roots right here. Here, a little lower on that side. This is where the tree wants to be grown. You're going to want to make sure to plant this at the same height as the soil level in your area. So once you bust it out of the container, we haven't finished root pruning on this. You're going to want to look for any encircling roots. You want to come and prune? Here. So we're going to prune off some of these circling roots. As the trees grow in the container, they might swirl around on the edges of the planter. And you want to avoid that, because as the tree would expand in the future, they can grow around the trunk or grow around on themselves and constrict and choke out the vascular flow. So it can eventually, if severe enough, kill the tree later on or greatly restrict its growth, or make it weaker to tip over. So what we got going here is pruning off. Here's one that comes out and juts right back. We're going to prune that right off of there. Make space for all the other roots to expand. And bare root trees are very easy to get in and get a very good look at the tree, and they're a lot smaller and easier to handle. But that's typically only available in the spring months, since they will dry out over the summer. But a good thing to order over the winter, bare root tree, and get it in the ground. If you're going to be planting in the summer, you're going to be looking at balled and burlap or container grown. So, upright the tree, have a look. I think we may want to take our hole down just a small smidgen. So we'll take the tree out. You don't want to put in a completely different soil in, or you run into issues with like a sort of a perched water table. Say this was all clay and you hammered in a bunch of compost, you might wind up with kind of a dish of water in there. So if you want to add in a little bit of compost at the time, mix it in thoroughly with your backfill material. So here we are. Got a good height. We've located our flare. Our flare right now is at the height of the green belt. So then you can consider the crown. It's in pretty good shape. You want the trunk upright, straight. So I like it. It's pretty good. We're going to infill around the bottom gently here. You want to get in here? So try to avoid large air pockets. So we're gently pressing the soil down into the underneath here to fill in any large air pockets. So bring in the rest of our soil. Tarp's a nice tool. Keeps your lawn clean, allows you to put it back. Now, second consideration here with this root flare, we've spent a lot of time locating it. We got to make sure we don't bury it. So we'll take our extra soil, pull it away from the trunk of the tree, and we're going to form a little small berm. Berms are good to help retain water. As you water, it'll keep the water next to the tree, prevent it from just running away. So we're pulling the soil away from the tree trunk. We've got our sweet height right here, got the proper height, and we're going to make a little berm. Staking probably won't be necessary on small statured trees or shrubbery. Sometimes you can get away with a large ball of burlap tree not staking as well, so that's so much weight. So then we guide it up with wire here. This is important for the first season. You don't want to do it too tight or it restricts the trunk from developing strongly. Doesn't get wind movement. And you're going to want to remove it after the first season to promote the trunk to develop strongly. So a little bit of movement during the growing season is good. It encourages the roots to form and to make sure the trunk continues to form lignin and stiffening bits so that when you do remove it, it's able to hold itself up. So we'll put wood chips around the base of the tree. That restricts weed growth and conserves moisture in there. It also prevents the lawnmower from having to get near there. That's a very common cause of death to trees, is weed whacker or lawnmower damage around the trunk. So you're definitely going to want to avoid weed whacking or lawn mowing next to your trunk. Be very careful in this area. It's susceptible to damage. Send it. Alright, that's great. So again, don't want to bury your flare. Again, you want to avoid having stuff mounted. You don't want stuff mounted up against the trunk. You want to pull stuff away from the trunk. So you water your tree at least once a week, maybe twice a week. In the sun, it's like, say it's 90 degrees, hot and sunny and dry. You might be watering two times a week. A general rule is for receiving about an inch of precipitation in a week would be good. So if we're getting that, you can lighten up on the watering. But it's very hard to overwater them in the first year. And watering is one of the most important things. Without sufficient water, they can't photosynthesize, they don't make enough energy, and everything. So water, water, water in the first year. Definitely lots of water.